The 3 worst mistakes every young footballer makes. You practice every day, you dream about making it, you play match after match, but deep down, you still feel invisible. Coaches overlook you, teammates don't trust you with the ball, scouts walk right past you. And it's not because you don't have talent, it's because you're making mistakes that almost every young footballer makes. 3, to be exact. And these 3 mistakes are silently destroying your game. But here's the thing, once you see them, you can fix them. And when you fix them, your entire football world changes. You stand out, you get noticed. You finally play with freedom, confidence, and power. But let's break them down, one by one. Mistake number 1, playing to avoid mistakes. Picture this, it's the 2004 Euros, England versus Portugal. David Beckham steps up to take the first penalty in the shootout. The stadium's holding its breath. He strikes the ball, and it flies high into the stands. A miss that haunted him for years. But here's the truth, even Beckham, with all his experience, made mistakes. Roberto Baggio, one of the greatest Italian forwards of all time, missed the deciding penalty in the 1994 World Cup final. Cristiano Ronaldo missed penalties. Lionel Messi missed penalties. Mistakes are a part of football, yet most young players treat them like disasters. They're terrified of losing the ball, terrified of getting yelled at, terrified of embarrassing themselves. So what happens? They play it safe. They pass backwards. They hide on the pitch. They stop taking risks. That's how talent goes unnoticed, because nobody remembers the player who hid. The mistake isn't messing up. The mistake is fearing the mess up so much that you disappear. How to fix mistake number 1? Normalize failure in training. Do drills where you expect to make mistakes. For example, rapid one-touch rondos. You're gonna mess up. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is recovery. Train your mind to bounce back immediately. Celebrate effort, not just results. Next time you try a risky through ball and it fails, literally clap for yourself. Why? Because you were brave enough to try. That bravery is what gets you noticed. Self-compassion routine. After every match, write down 3 things you did well and 1 thing you messed up. But next to that mistake, write what it taught you. This rewires your brain to see mistakes as feedback, not shame. Think about it. The players who become legends are the ones who keep showing up after failure. Mistake number 2, playing to impress instead of improve. Every youth team has that one kid, the one who tries to rainbow flick a defender when a simple pass would do, the one who practices fancy step-overs all week but still has a shaky, weak foot, the one who pulls off tricks to get applause from friends but disappears when the real game gets tough. Here's the problem. If you're always trying to impress, you're not actually improving, because improvement usually looks boring. It's thousands of weak foot passes. It's running the same first touch drill until your legs ache. It's choosing to practice vision and positioning instead of juggling in front of your friends. The crowd loves flashy skills, but coaches and scouts love reliable players who make the right decision 9 times out of 10. Cristiano Ronaldo at 18 was full of stepovers. By 23 at Manchester United, he cut most of them out. Why? Because Sir Alex Ferguson told him, be effective, not flashy. Ronaldo didn't stop being creative, but he learned that efficiency gets you goals, and goals get you remembered. How to fix mistake number 2? Balance your training. Spend 70% of your time on fundamentals. First touch, passing, weak foot, awareness. Use 30% for creative skills. That way you can still stand out, but your foundation is rock solid. Film yourself. Watch your training sessions and matches. Ask yourself, am I practicing things that look good or things that actually win games? Camera never lies. Set measurable goals. For example, I want my weak foot passing accuracy to hit 80% by the end of the month. Or, I want to reduce bad touches per game from 6 to 3. Track it. Progress is addictive when you see the numbers improve. Remember, tricks might get claps. Consistency gets contracts. Mistake number 3, neglecting the mental game. Most young footballers only train their body. They run, they lift, they practice skills, but they ignored the single most powerful muscle in the game, the mind. Think of the greats. Zidane's composure in a World Cup final. Iniesta's calmness in tight spaces. Jordan Henderson's leadership at Liverpool. None of those are just about skill. They're about mindset. Yet most young players let their emotions control them. They get frustrated after one mistake. They lose confidence after one bad game. They stop believing when they get benched. Football isn't just physical, it's 80% mental. If your head goes, your gain goes. How to fix mistake number 3? Daily reflection. Every day, ask yourself, how did I handle failure today? Did I sulk or did I bounce back? Just 1 minute of honest reflection can change your resilience. Visualization. Before bed, picture yourself in the situations you fear. A penalty kick, a tough one-on-one, being 1-0 down. Imagine yourself staying calm and succeeding. Science shows your brain wires those experiences almost like real ones. Resilience training. Play mini games with handicaps. Start every game 1 goal down. Or forbid yourself from using your strong foot. You'll get frustrated, but you'll also learn to adapt. That's how resilience is built. This is why some players collapse under pressure and others rise. Same skills, different mindset. Bringing it all together. Remember that 14-year-old kid I mentioned earlier? The one who froze in games, who hid from responsibility, who was terrified of mistakes? He started small. He practiced playing fast under pressure, forcing himself into situations where mistakes were guaranteed. He learned to laugh off failure. He stopped caring about applause and started tracking his weak foot accuracy every week. And he began visualizing himself scoring, celebrating, bouncing back after a miss. 6 months later, he wasn't hiding anymore. He was demanding the ball. He was taking shots. He was standing out, not because he was perfect, but because he was relentless. Recap: the 3 worst mistakes young footballers make: playing to avoid mistakes, playing to impress instead of improve, and neglecting the mental game. If you just work on one of these this week, you'll already feel the difference. Challenge for you. Now it's your turn. Which of these 3 mistakes do you make the most? Be honest. Comment below with mistake 1, mistake 2, or mistake 3. I'll read them, and in my next video, I'll shout out a few names of people who are brave enough to admit it and who are ready to change. And speaking of the next video, we're diving into the 3 secret habits that separate average young players from elite ones. These aren't the usual train harder, eat right cliches. These are habits you've never heard about. Every top player has them. So hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.